good day of practice yesterday. Our guys learned what they needed to learn from the film, the corrections we needed to make, not only from the Seton Hall game but the Purdue, and just try to right the ship a little bit and get back on the right track. So we did have another very good day of practice today, and they're anxious to get back out there tomorrow. So it's the other night was kind of the start of a tough 4-game stretch, and what I mean by that, obviously we're playing 4 good teams, but 4 games in 8 days or whatever it is tough. So it's unfortunately we didn't get the first one, but we got to try to bounce back and get tomorrow, and then we got 2 more tough ones coming up. So we're anxious to get back out there and get back to work.
What's been the key to practices these last couple of days to make you say that they're good?
We just obviously we're working hard. That's never been the problem. We're trying to get our spacing better. It probably sounds like a broken record a little bit over the last couple of press conferences, but we've really harped on that. Our defense, knock on wood, for the most part, in every game we've played this year has been pretty good. Now, obviously, we've had mistakes, we've had miscommunications and breakdowns at times, but overall, it's been pretty good. We've had droughts where we haven't scored, and whether that's just not making shots or obviously turning the ball over, those kinds of things. So that's just what we're trying to focus on and correct. But it's things you can do, but it's things the players can do. So we're just trying to identify it and fix it as best we can. So yesterday was a good step in that direction.
Is the good thing maybe most of it is fixable? Well,
there's no question. Like I think I said this the night after the game, or maybe last night on my radio show. If we had come out against Purdue and Seton Hall and played to the best of our ability on both ends of the court, and just still come up a little bit short, that's one thing where you say, hey, maybe we're just not as good as I thought. But we haven't played up to our potential. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Now, again, it's not taking anything away from Purdue or Seton Hall. Those are 2 top 20 and top 25 teams. But we've hurt ourselves a lot at crucial times, and so if we can correct that, which easier said than done, but if we can correct that, then I think we have a chance to come out on top in games like that.
With Ray, is it more of inconsistency, or it seems like sometimes he rushes when he gets in close and misses some of those easy shots?
He does. I've talked to him a lot about that, just slowing down in there, taking your time, especially against teams like Seton Hall and other teams that don't have a lot of great shot blocking. There's no need to hurry. Just take your time in there, don't rush your shot. And, we've worked on a couple fundamental or technical things, I guess. Sometimes he has his eyes down a little bit. He needs to find the rim a little bit sooner. But those are all things that we just have to continue to work on. He's gotten better at it. Obviously, he's more than willing to learn and listen. So that's the first step. But it's just a matter of taking your time in there. Because I joke with him and our other post guys. I say, when was the last time you saw somebody get called for 5 seconds when they're trying to make a post move? I don't think I've ever seen it in my entire life. So what's the hurry? But we got to get the ball inside a little bit more than we did the other night, and let our guys go to work.
David, is what you're getting from Dwayne Sutton, is that a nice surprise, or did you know that was coming all along and we just hadn't had a chance to see him play?
Yeah, we saw that all year last year. Where Dwayne has really improved even since the beginning of last year when he first got here was he's really worked hard to improve his jump shot. He was probably an average shooter when he got here. Now he's turned himself into a good, if not a little bit better shooter. And he's just shooting the ball with confidence. Defensively, he'll come in and just absolutely work the entire time on defense. He's a tough kid. He gets in there and rebounds, which we've seen. So, it's no surprise to us. I just think it's, he didn't play last year, so people hadn't really seen him. But, he's a guy that is very, very valuable to our rotation. And like I've talked about before, we can put him in and play almost 4 different positions on the court. So, the other day, in the first half, he was our 5-man. So, he's just a very valuable player because he can do a lot of things. So, he's just got to continue to work, but he's very, very valuable to our team right now.
How crucial is it for you as a coach knowing that you can go to him off the bench and you know what you're going to get?
Oh, there's no doubt. And, I think you can say that for not only Dwayne, but all of our guys really. With guys like Jordan and Darius and Malik, just because they're freshmen and they're still learning, you're always going to get effort. That's never a question. They're going to play hard. They're going to make some mistakes sometimes, but that's to be expected. But, a guy like Dwayne, a guy like Ryan, when we can get him back, people like that can come in that are a little bit more experienced. You know what you're going to get from them, and, you can breathe a little bit easier. But with that being said, it's not only those two, but it's the young guys coming in. I thought Malik actually played some pretty good minutes the other night. I know he missed a couple of shots, but He battled against a second-team All-American, really, or what I think Angel was. But he's not afraid. He'll get in there, he'll mix it up. We saw that at Purdue as well. So our guys come in, they play hard, and they are starting to understand their role and trying to play to that role as best they can.
Is there anything you feel like you need to say to, obviously you guys are going to, like you said, want to come out like gangbusters and really, get back on the floor. Is there any way to kind of make sure that they're focused on executing and not trying to get that 20-point shot or early blowout?
I think it's just a mindset. The other night, after about the first 9 or 10 minutes, we had a timeout, and I just told him, I said, look, we're playing East and West right now, and I'm sure you guys have heard that before, but what that means is you're just playing sideline to sideline. You're not playing north and south where you're attacking downhill towards the rim. And Darius actually came in one play or 2 plays and just put his head down and got to the rim and scored. And I think everybody else kind of saw that, and then we started to just space the floor a little bit more and just say, let's attack the rim. And, obviously not all teams are going to be able to do that because they'll pack the paint, so have better shot blocking. But it's just a mindset of being aggressive, running your offense hard. Just, if you have a shot, shoot it. If not, drive the ball, try to get in the lane and find somebody else. It's just when the play breaks down, that's where we need to improve. We can run our offense, but the defense is going to be good a lot of times, and when the play breaks down, you just got to know what to do. So it's just a matter of us staying aggressive, staying patient, but trying to attack the rim and not just playing catch around the perimeter and then somebody taking a shot.
Any update on Ryan?
I don't want to put a time frame on it. He went through individuals today. Hopefully, maybe later this week or early next week, we can get him back into a contact situation. You obviously can't just say, okay, you're good to go and throw him into practice. You got to go through a contact individual, kind of work your way up. But all of the tests and everything we've done have shown pretty good signs of healing. So, he went through a pretty intense individual today, and, his shot hasn't missed a beat, that's for sure. But, he's getting closer, I think. It's just, you don't want to push it too hard. You want to get him back, but you got to be careful because you got to make sure that he's ready to go physically and mentally. But we're getting closer.
How much will that help everybody else? Not just a shot, but what he was doing on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, he's just experienced. It's another guy that you can put in and say, not only can he score, we know that. He can really shoot the ball, but he just knows what to do. It's during practice. He's standing on the sidelines trying to help Darius and Jordan and those guys and just tell them, here's what you need to do, here's what you need to look for, here's where you need to get on the floor. And it's that experience factor is valuable. Even though he's only a redshirt sophomore, this is his 3rd year here, so he's been through the program, he knows what to do, and just having another guy like that off the bench from another weapon you can put in the game, it will really, really help.
What can you tell us about Siena?